So I have an uncle who lives nearby, kind of, and he has this neighbor called Travis. Well, Travis, he was in the army, and after his third tour in Afghanistan, while he was coming back, he had a major stroke. After 3 months in the hospital, he finally recovered. Thankfully, he was pretty good, but his arm was greatly damaged. He wasn't able to use his arm like a normal person would, and had trouble doing daily tasks. So he had to go through physical therapy. While doing this, he found it hard, tiring, and just often forgot to do it. So we're hoping and we're planning that our exoskeleton arm will help people with stroke and people like Travis to recover faster, quicker, and easier. I'll let our CTO explain how it works.
Hello, my name is Tyler Newman. I'm the CTO/CIO. Our product is revolutionary. We made this product out of carbon fiber, which is very light and extremely durable. Now, let me tell you about the features. We have a 360-degree electromyography sensor. We have a long-lasting battery, and comfort is number one. Let me touch on the sensor. This 360-degree electromyography sensor will detect your nerve signals, which will send information to the motors to move the wires. This battery will last up to 24 hours and is charged via USB-C. You charge it during the night and use it during the day. Like I said, comfort is number one. We made the wrist area out of carbon fiber, which is light and durable. We also made the supporting rings out of terry cloth for adjustable sizing, which is soft and a stretchy material. You may now want to know how it works. So you put your hand through the silicone straps and put your fingers in the terry cloth rings. You're all strapped in, the sensors are automatically turned on, and you try and move a finger. It moves, the motors move your fingers. Now, let me introduce you to the VOC.
Hi, I'm Kenny, and I'm the VOC. So, some of our competitors would include the Sable Glove, the Hand of Hope, and the MyoPro, the three of which you can see over here. So, of these three competitors, we found that the biggest competitor would be the MyoPro, which is this one right over here. So, the MyoPro is a brace-like exoskeleton, comes from the shoulder area down to the fingers. It's been proven to work repeatedly for rehabilitation purposes and is used by veterans for their daily tasks if they want to, say, like throw a frisbee with their family or whatever. Why people would buy our product over the MyoPro is because our product is lighter and more comfortable than theirs. While theirs is a massive exoskeleton from the shoulder area, ours would only extend from the mid-forearm area to the fingers, so it's much more convenient and smaller. We also plan to have an app along with our exoskeleton that would allow you to contact physical therapists through the app, so you wouldn't have to keep on visiting physical therapists if you want to practice physical therapy exercises. We also took a survey to find out if people would be willing to pay the price for our exoskeleton, and we found that over there, 49% of people would indeed be willing to pay for our exoskeleton. We also took the time to interview the head of clinical services at Agility Health, and she thought that our exoskeleton was a unique and interesting idea. And she also suggested that we try to market to stroke patients, which is why our target market are stroke patients. Next up will be Julian, our CMO, who will introduce our marketing strategy.
As Kenny has stated before, I am Julian. I am the CMO of BBB. So our target market was more of stroke patients, and so we found out that the largest concentration of stroke victims are in the states of Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Washington, D.C. By putting our product in hospitals in those three states, we will be able to get our product out to the most amount of victims possible. After breaking even, we would like to target the American Physical Therapist Association, which is also known as the APTA. But before targeting these two situations, we would need to get an FDA approval, which would take us about 3 to 6 months. Our marketing message is, alone we are weak, but together we are strong. When you think of it, or when I think of this, I'm thinking of, you have a weak hand and we are a small upcoming company. Put us two together and then we can become something great. You can be a strong hand and we can reach out to more people, pun intended. So for marketing strategy, we would like to go through social media such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for advertisement and pushing our demographic out. We can make a website for advertising, informational hub, and the shop. Magazines and websites such as the Harvard Medicine Magazine and Biotech Week will get us through to doctors so we can get to hospitals quicker. And if you see over here on the right, Insider. Does anybody here know what Insider is?
Yes.
Okay, he knows what Insider. All right, so for those of you who don't know what Insider is a business, food, and technology company where they make videos showcasing really cool items. So, but by focusing toward their technology page, we can show people what our product does, how it works, and maybe get investors coming our way. And with RehabX, the power is in your hands. So now let me pass the mic to our CSO, Evan.
My name is Evan, and I'm the CSO. The RehabX will be sold at the price of $1,500 US. When compared to one of our top competitors, Hand of Hope, which is priced at $250,000, the RehabX is much more affordable. At first, we will be selling to hospitals in the 3 major areas, as our CMO said, Julian, in Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Washington, D.C. The reason is because they have the highest concentration of stroke patients in the U.S. At first, we will be selling to hospitals like Kaiser Permanente and from our website. We will also be collaborating with Fitbit to increase our sales. We will be releasing 1,000 units. Our first 2 quarters, 1 and 2, we will be in debt because we are awaiting FDA approval and we have just released our product and have not gained enough publicity. Quarters 3 and 4, we will start earning profit and expand our sales, and also expand to patients with different kind of conditions. And now our CFO will explain our finances.
Okay, so as you can see here, there's like a lot of numbers, but I'll just tell you the important stuff. Okay, so first, for our startup costs, we'll about have to spend $365,000 for our cost of goods, marketing, and loan repayment after we had our first loan. And then the second important piece of information in this whole graph is the breaking even point, which is about it's quarter 3, and we will start making and at quarter 3 we'll have our cash balance will be $215,000, and by the time we get to quarter 8 we'll have $1.6 million. And also this is our prototype of our hand that we created a few days ago, and I just want to show it to you because we made it a long time ago. This was the inspiration for our whole project, basically. And next to our valuation, we have inventory, which is $75,000. We have our loans, which is $50,000, and we have our gifts, which is $1,000 from also the parents. And our total for those tangible assets are $16,380. And also, the CFO also mentioned that we have a partnership with Fitbit. This partnership will get us 150% of our revenue, which totals to $900,000. And we'll also be getting a patent, which is worth $6,000 for our new technology. All of this total together is $92,000 and $922,380. And our final ask is $46,119 with a 5% stake. And now it's back to our CEO for a final.
So with all the new technology that my previous colleagues have talked about, our product is truly revolutionary. Because with this, people with stroke that have been affected in their arms can quickly recover, and people like Sergeant Travis can get back to their lives easier, faster, and in a happier fashion. So, thank you for watching.